Hello everyone, today we will talk about the transit Uranus. The transiting Uranus is in conjunction with natal Mercury. The way the transiting Uranus behaves in conjunction with natal Mercury depends on the position of the natal Mercury. This transit may be more prominent in your life if you already have planets in aspect with natal Mercury. But the basics are this. Contact with new ideas and learning is emphasized at the moment. Your mind is flooded with new initiatives, knowledge, and information that will make you feel especially enthusiastic and motivated. You will be motivated by circumstances and events that are very energetic and very different from your usual experiences. So keep a pen and pad at hand or a note-taking app, as there are ideas that currents at high speeds reveal you, your inner genius. It is a very positive, stimulating and exciting time in which your mind will be stimulated more than ever. Uranus is the higher frequency of Mercury and the archetype of the higher mind. Here you will now deal with issues related to areas in which you have little experience or in which you consider yourself weak. You are willing to open your mind to new ideas, but they often come in such a flood that it becomes difficult to process them all effectively. This event is likely to happen only once in your life, although due to Uranus retrograde motion, crashes will be felt on several occasions. Stimulating ideas and solving difficult problems will come to mind from the open. New techniques and approaches to life, new ideas create openness with a great ability to assimilate in a higher state of alertness. Flashes of knowledge fall into your mind out of nowhere, the feeling of receiving cosmic takeovers from space will be extremely exciting and you are now open to radical ideas. For example, if you feel a phobia of computers, math, or metaphysical issues, or any similar type of phobia, then this is a period where you can eliminate your fears and learn more about those areas. Things will happen much faster, so you will be more anxious and restless, but still, these thoughts are, indeed, the glow of your own mind. If you're a scientist or an engineer, this is the time when you're likely to discover or invent something completely new. You will want to communicate more and share the ideas you have with the people around you. You will break the rigid thoughts of the past. The purpose is to change your mental outlook, to open your minds to new perspectives and information, and to study complex and scientific subjects. Jobs or other situations that did not allow you to think freely will now be unbearable, so you will make a sudden break from a situation that seemed satisfactory to you in the past. Because you feel as if a figurative light bulb is lit above your head and your analytical mind is stimulated unusual and accidental insight. As a metaphysical subject you will be interested in astrology, philosophy, or science and technology and you will not suffer any restrictions. You just have to keep a flexible and open mind, to absorb everything you learn about the world and life even if you don't put it into practice yet. Uranus will set you free, and as your need for independence increases, the tendency to say it is or to rebel is inevitable. It will simply be difficult for you to control your mouth. Especially if the whole situation takes place in Aries, which is a very bad combination that leads to escalation and conflict. You tend to be rude, not necessarily out of a conscious intention to hurt someone's feelings, but out of an irresistible desire to express your opinion. Eventually you will feel ashamed and afraid to open the way to new ideas. The tendency to see connections between people, places, and things that you haven't noticed before will eventually stop you. No matter in which house and sign the show takes place, it is best to write down everything that comes to your mind now. This is not the time to waste on thinking by heart. If your mind closes before the ability to understand and learn, it will create dangerous nervous tension as well as a propensity for accidents moving too fast. Once the transit is over, you can start spreading and implementing your ideas. It's best to set alarms and reminders to stay on track with everyday tasks. Be careful in making quick decisions that have long-term consequences. Also, be careful in running with your first impulse or the apparent genius of your ideas. Be more flexible in your thought processes. If you are otherwise very rigid in your thinking, this can be quite a difficult time for you. Now everything is moving at high speed around you, which can block you, especially if you are afraid of it. There is nervousness, instability, and anxiety, and a feeling of being scattered everywhere. So don't be afraid to learn something new, and remember that you are not obligated to accept anything. If you are a routine person, especially short trips, try to avoid them during this transit, as many unforeseen changes, accidents, or delays will occur, and this can be embarrassing. Contacts with other people will increase, and you will find yourself involved in more group activities, and you will have more contacts with important friends, especially with unusual or eccentric people. There are certainly changes in the management of sibling relationships. Sudden interruption of contact, departure of a brother or sister, changed circumstances, changed in the way you talk to each other, all this is possible depending on the position of the script. A good sibling relationship may not be overly affected, while a difficult relationship may require flexibility and compromise to establish better interaction. But as we have already mentioned, avoid sudden decisions. It is important to stay grounded and write everything down, and later, with detailed data processing, make important changes.